Hey everyone, it's Ashley from Ascension Next, and I haven't done videos in a while, but today I'm going to talk about something that's very important to me, and I've been studying this for over 15 years. So one of my main things that I like to study is in the aspect of aliens and ETs, and today we have little Z. If you know anything about Ascension Next, you'll see little Z everywhere. I mean, you go on a website, you go have a flyer, whatever, you're going to see this little guy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about who he is and what he is. So, I've been studying ETs, like I said, for over 15 years. I was one of those people that I would bring books to school and hide them within my school books and get in trouble for reading other stuff in class. And one of them was always about extraterrestrials, the secret government, what's going on that they don't want us to know about. I do teach classes here about aliens, ETs, and also the aspect of starseed. And I know there's a lot of you out there that feel like you don't belong here, but you do. And what it is with starseeds is we are beings that come here from another realm and another dimension, and we come into this lower vibration, and we come here to raise the vibration. We come here to inform humanity about what is going on with the world and what needs to be changed. So, I did not start learning about the Octarians until like 3 years ago. I always just study the Greys and the Reptilians. And then as I started to raise my vibration, I started to feel, well, I always studied the Palladians too. I started to raise my vibration, and then I really started to learn about them, how there really is more compassionate ETs out there than there are ETs working with the government to kind of downgrade humanity. And I know there's some people that say there are no bad ETs, and then there's some people that think there are really bad ones, and it's whatever. But today we're going to focus on the little Octarians. I got this statue last year from Cynthia in June. Cynthia Crawford. You can go on etsculptures.com, and she makes all these little alien statues. The story was actually pretty funny. I was just thinking about Octarians, and I was like, I want a little Octarian to put in my healing room, because with the Octarians, they're aliens that are in our planet and are in our realm, and they're here to help raise the vibration, and they're here to help heal humanity and help with the ascension process. So I was like, I really need an Octarian in my healing room. So me and my friend Jamie were just kind of like making jokes about it, like, oh, let's Google Octarian alien statues, because I couldn't find anything like in the mall that I really wanted to put, or online that I wanted to put in my Reiki room. It was all just like scary aliens, and we can't do that to people. So we ended up like just Googling Octarian alien statues, and we came across Cynthia's website. And it was kind of a joke at first, because I really didn't think that anybody really made these, but she does. And what she does is she channels the being into the statue so that you can communicate with either him, if he's a guide for you, or other Octarians. And then she has all different kinds of ETs. So I was like, oh my God, I have to call this lady and get one of these. So I did. And he's been really awesome, because what he does is it's easier for me to channel into their energy and call them in. But now that the energy of the earth is kind of shifting, you can call them in whenever you want. But the thing I really like about the Octarians is they are great teachers for humanity. They really teach people patience. They teach us that it's all about compassion and learning. And they're here to help move all this old energy off of the planet and replace it with higher vibrational energy. The Octarians, as I've studied, have been through this whole ascension process. They've been through on a lower vibrational planet, and they had to physically change their DNA into light bodies and ascend. This is as I've studied. So they understand what we as humans are going through on this planet. They are very, very highly intelligent. When I've read about them, they really don't put up with a lot of crap from people. It's either you want to channel into their energy and talk to them, or you really don't. And I've really noticed that too for myself when I've channeled into their energy. They're they feed off of positive energy. They don't eat food because they're more light bodies. And that's another thing about a lot of ETs is they're kind of amazed by this planet because we're a planet water-based. We're water-based beings as well. I know our bodies are made up of like 70% of water, and so is the planet. On a lot of the other planets, it's mostly gases that it's made up of. So a lot of the ETs that come into this realm, they're really amazed by this planet. And they're really kind of upset about what we are doing to this planet. So when little guys like this, Z is said to be an Octarian teenager. He's like 400 years old. But his mission here is to help awaken people and to help them realize that there needs to be change. And the only way that we can change is when we look within ourselves and we learn the aspect of forgiveness. And that is one way that you are really going to raise your vibration and move forward with things. If you're always looking behind you and looking at things that destroyed you instead of looking at those things that you think destroyed you, instead of looking at them as lessons, then you can never move forward. And that's an aspect that the Octarians have taught me. Also, I feel very highly connected to this race, and Cynthia told me that I am an incarnated Octarian, which makes a lot of sense. Octarians move at fast speed, and I know that's one of the things that my friends make fun of me about is because I just am constantly always moving on to the next, moving on to the next, moving on to the next. An issue that can be as an incarnated Octarian is that in this realm, you're supposed to learn and kind of sit with things for a little while. So that's something that I have an issue with, is kind of moving forward too quick when I don't resonate and I don't just remain grounded. So as a starseed, you're always kind of floating and moving and wanting to be really fast if you're of a species like the Octarian. Another thing about being an incarnated Octarian is that you don't really put up with stupidity. And that is because they are so highly evolved that they don't really understand. Well, they do understand, but they're looking at it as, come on, guys, you guys need to wake up. You're destroying the planet. Another big issue with these species coming in, with the Elohim, the Sirians, the Octarians, the Pleiadians, is they're surrounding the planet right now in their ships. A lot of people can't see them because what it is the ships are in a different dimension on a higher vibration. So through the physical eye, you can't see them, but through the third eye, you can if you know how to channel into that energy. But the reason why a lot of these beings are here is they're trying to help raise the vibration of the planet because it's so weighed down with the pollution of hatred and war and separation that it's actually going out into the universe and into other planets, and it's destroying planets, it's polluting the universe. So these beings are really adamant on, we need to change now, we need to stop doing physical pollution to the planet, we need to stop with all the wars, and we need to stop hating each other. A lot of people have an issue with the whole ET thing. They feel that it can't be real because they want to think of themselves that we are the most important in the universe, and that's just absurd. There is no way that we are the only species in the universe. I'm talking about I'm talking about humans. There has to be life on other planets, and when you really start expanding your knowledge and opening your third eye and your crown, you're really going to start to realize that we are not alone. So if you want to Google Octarians, you will find a lot of different sacred geometry pictures, and they really like music. So they use different vibrations in music that you don't really hear with that humans make. And also a lot of things I notice is a lot of blues and purples with them when they're around, and they love shapes because shapes hold certain vibrations that can help heal issues within the body and even within a place. So the aspect of Z being in my shop and in my building is he cleans out a lot of energy in here. He makes it on a higher vibration to kind of repel people that, don't really want anything to do with this, and he brings in the people that are waking up. I noticed a lot of changes when I brought him in the shop. It was easier for me to clean in here. Not so many energies would get stuck because he and his people would help move a lot of it out. And it was just a lot of different feelings. It feels a lot like, I know when a lot of people come in here, they're like, wow, it feels good in here. And one of it is because of the beings I call on and I work with, and one of them is the Arcturians. So if you ever need any help or any guidance, or you're feeling like maybe there's an issue with some not so compassionate ETs, call upon the Arcturians. They will come right away. And I have called upon them for clients that were dealing with certain issues as far as ETs that weren't so compassionate towards them, and they come quickly. But the thing is, they won't come because they understand the aspects of free will, and they really want humans to learn to work with them on a level of balance instead of just kind of being there. They don't want to hold our hand through the process. They want to help us through this ascension process in the awakening. So this is Z, and I'm doing a little wardrobe change on him, so he's not very, well, he does. He looks a lot better than he did before, but this is Z, and you will see him everywhere with Ascension Next. And anything else? He said, don't fall into the hatred that you see all over the internet and the TV. And that is a very important message. Don't feed into that. Feed into the love and light, and feed into the peace. And that's about it for today. So blessed be.